welcome back to day 1 and day 2 of my December daily. So I am behind. Today's the 6th, so I am trying to get caught up, but I do have all of my pictures done, which I think this is the first time that I've made it to the 6th and been able to do a picture every day. So yay. But I am starting with day 1 today. And what I've got is a photo that I don't necessarily love, but I got up early to catch the sunrise on December 1st. And luckily it was a pretty sunrise, but the houses in my neighborhood are kind of in the way. And I don't love that, so I'm trying to kind of figure out a way to kind of camouflage a little bit of that. But I thought what I would do is print this vellum. It just says Hello December. And I thought I would just print that and use that on top of my photo. That's kind of my plan, and I've got an idea for some of this. I don't know that I'm going to be able to camouflage all of it, but at least maybe the bottom will work a little bit better. But I did go ahead and print this at full size. So because I'm using a traveler's notebook format, it is a 4 1/4 by 8 1/4 photo. I love to print full-size photos. I think it has such an impact when you're flipping through your album. It works kind of similarly as like when you're working in a 6 by 8 album and you've got that full-size 6 by 8. I think it just makes a really big impact. So I do like using those. You will see me use those probably quite a few times in my albums just because I really like the way that that looks. So that's kind of my plan for right now. I've pulled from my stash some of the things that I kind of want to use maybe for this, but yeah, I guess we'll just see how it goes. So the first thing I'm going to do, so actually let me pull my notebook here. So this is actually going to come right, let's see, there's that. So it'll be on this page right here. So that'll be kind of my day 1 spot. So I've got a few other filler pages in here and then day 1. Which will work well because then it's going to go on just this plain piece of paper and I'm not wasting any pattern paper. So that's going to work out really well. So let me put this all aside and let's get started on this. So I'm just going to take my paper trimmer and trim this down. I bought this new paper trimmer from Tuesday Morning. It is a Cricut and I don't love it, you guys. It, depending on what you're cutting, it kind of rips the paper. And yeah, that's no fun. So, and depending on sometimes the way you go, whether you're going up or going down on it, it rips the paper. So yeah, but let me just get this all cut out. And one more here. My old Fiskars paper trimmer, it still worked fine, but it was getting hard to see the numbers because the paint that was on there had worn out. I have had that thing, oh gosh, literally probably 20 years. So it was time to replace it, but I got a good deal on this one at Tuesday Morning and it was only $7.99. So there you go. All right, this is trimmed out and I'm gonna do the same thing with my vellum and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so my vellum is trimmed and that, I like the way that that worked out on that. So I played with it a little bit and made sure that I had my Hello December centered exactly where I wanted it. And I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to try and focus on hiding some of this. So what I had thought of is I've got these snowflake doilies that I got from Michael's years ago. And I try to use them every year, but God, the pack had so many of them in there that, yeah, I've got a lot of them left to use. So I thought maybe I would use the snowflake doily to kind of cover up at least this little bit. And then I found this. So I think I kind of want to lay this on here. And then maybe this, it says the best time of the year. So that kind of covers up a little bit more of that. And depending on how I want to play with that. And then I also have to figure out how I want to attach my vellum to my photo. I don't really want to glue it because you're going to be able to see the adhesive through the vellum. So that I don't want to do. But I thought about maybe punching a couple holes here and maybe using, oh, my green twine, my baker's twine. Let me see. So because I've got the green here, maybe green there. Okay, so if I've got like a little green theme going on here, can find some green embellishments, and I would love to cover up more of this, but at least, what if I move that over a little bit? And then I've got, oh, I do have a better one. I found this basic gray chipboard collection that I've had for eons, and I realized that there's chipboard numbers in here, and I thought about using, one. Oh, there's a nice big one. This one will work as a 1. And it's got some greenish gray on it. Let's see if this will work. Maybe something like that. It kind of blends in a little bit. Yeah, that kind of really blends in. I like it though. It goes really well, but it goes so well it just blends in. What size is that? Is that a 1.5? It's a little bit bigger. My 1.5 inch punch is the biggest punch I have. But I really like the green theme because I like that I can tie this in. All right, so maybe I'll stick with I'll save this and I'll stick with my original plan, which was to use this white number 1. That doesn't blend in as much. So I think I might just stick with that. And this comes from the Live.Document December kit. So I'm thinking that will probably be the way to go. So maybe, let's see, let me play with this and figure out exactly how much of this I want to cover. I feel like with this doily I can cover quite a bit of it. And then I can just add these two. Maybe I'll, if I have any other little green embellishments here. Let's see. There's a heart. That green heart's cute. I could put that on here. Or there's a green candy cane. I didn't really want to do anything Christmassy right now because it is only December 1st, but that heart would be cute. Okay, I think I'm going to commit to doing this. So I think the first thing I want to do is put this down so that it doesn't keep sliding all over everywhere. And I need to erase some of my pencil marks here. All right, so let's do that. Okay. Now I just need to figure out how far apart I want to put my holes for my paper punch. Okay, so if I do like right here and right here maybe. They're not even, but I kind of like that spacing. Whoop, throw my paper punch here. Okay, so I can make those a little bit more even. It's like a whole new concept for me to be talking to you guys while I'm scrapbooking, because normally I just talk to myself. So, yeah. All right, do I want it higher or do I want it lower? I think I want the higher one. Okay, so there's that. And let me, I very, very, very rarely measure anything. So I'm just going to eyeball this and put it like right there, because I think that'll work. All right, so we've got that, whoop, that punched right there. Okay, so that'll work. And then I'm gonna take my green twine and let's just kind of maybe loop it through a few times. Just to kind of, oh, and then tie a little knot in the middle. Okay, I like that idea. Let's do this. All right, so I'm just gonna keep running this through a couple times. So I've got a couple layers of twine on here. maybe this might be the last time. And then I'm gonna cut this. All right. So I've got this, and let me maybe just knot it through these. Okay. Whoop. To go under them all. I'll just tie a little knot right here. Plain and simple. It's off to the side. I like it off just a little bit more. I don't want it dead center. Oh, cute. Okay, I like that. I like that. So let's go ahead and trim these down just a little bit. Oh, my sleeves are too long. Okay. So we'll trim this off a little. Okay. I like that. I think that's super adorable. Okay. So now let's pull this green theme in. All right, so now I need to figure out exactly how much of this I want to glue down. And I'm kind of liking this. I like that this is going to be over here. This is going to be here. And then that green heart and the one will finish off this embellishment cluster over here. It's a plain, simple, pretty little page. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I've decided that I just need to I do this all the time. Okay, let me grab another one. I have a ton, so don't you worry. And they're all the same, so. Who says snowflakes are never the same? Michaels would disagree. Okay, so let's go ahead and be a little bit more gentle with this. And maybe just put a little bit on here. Oof, I tore it again, but man. Okay, so maybe let me stick this down first. This could that be like my, maybe. I think I want to move it over just a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to move it so that this end that I ripped is off a little bit. And of course, that's where all the, okay, so let's put a little bit here and a little bit here to stick those down. All right, let me go ahead and trim this off. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and stick the rest of these down a little bit. And I've got a little bit more here at the bottom. Needs to be trimmed, okay? All right, so now I can't not ink this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Grab my, all right. All right. And this is the Tim Holtz Distress Ink in Pine Needles. How appropriate. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down right there. Just commit and do it, don't play. All right, I'm gonna ink this. Again, it says the best time of the year. And that's kind of December-y, but not overly Christmassy. So that kind of goes with what I was looking for on this first page. So we'll put that like right here so I still have room for my one. And that's gonna go here. Okay, and then my green heart, we will put right here. Oh, I like it. Okay, so this is very plain, very simple, but my goal in using this was just to kind of camouflage, and obviously I wasn't able to camouflage over here because let me see something else real quick. Unless I added some more snowflakes, and I don't really want to do that. Well, maybe right there. Maybe a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It doesn't look as bad as I thought. I thought it was gonna be too much, but maybe just a little bit over here just to kind of cover that. Just a touch, maybe fit my D. Let's see. What does that look like? Okay, let me trim it off. We'll just see. I may end up hating it, but oh well. Not everything can be perfect, right? Oh, and I tore that dang snowflake again. Okay, let me put this back down here. And tack that down. And trim that. Okay, so that doesn't look so horrible, I guess. I was able to camouflage just a little bit more of that, and that's all right. Maybe, what if I do a little bit here so that it looks like it's kind of coming all the way around. Tuck that under here, pull this up a little bit. All right, let's do this. Ooh, that really kind of camouflages that whole entire bottom part. You know what it kind of reminds me of is when I was a kid, my parents used to get that icy window spray stuff that took forever to get off of your window after the holiday, but we would put it all around the edges so that it, yeah, I kind of actually like that. I kind of think that looks okay. It does take up a little bit of the sunset, a little bit more than I wanted it to, but I think it's okay. You can still kind of see it through there. Yeah, I think that'll work. So that is completely different than I thought it was going to turn out. But let me grab my notebook here. Oops, that's the, and then this is going to go on the back of this. So I'll go ahead and glue that down and that'll be good. All right, so I'll finish that one up and then we're on to day 2. Okay guys, so as I was putting this in my notebook, let me show you what happened. So wasn't it like Bob Ross or something who said there's no such thing as mistakes, only happy little accidents or something like that? So apparently when I printed my picture, it printed a little bit different than I had told it to. I wanted it to be 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. I don't know if I did it. I don't know if how it printed or if it was my printer or whatever, but it printed a little bit too wide and a little bit too short. So when I went to put it down, I noticed that I had this gap at the top. So what I did was pulled out the washi tape that came in the Cocoa Daisy kit, and I put a strip of it along the top so that you couldn't see the paper underneath. And then I attached it to there, and the washi tape worked out perfectly because it's green. It has the green and blue in it, so I thought it worked really well. And then I just had to trim off the excess here. So yeah, it worked out fine, and I kind of really like that pop of green at the top. So yeah, all right, now on to day 2. Okay guys, so I am so sorry. I decided to speed up day 2 because I did not realize when I was recording this how long day 1 was. Oh my gosh, I just get to chatting and lost track of time. So I apologize for the length of this video, but I did want to put day 1 and day 2 in the same video. So I just went ahead and sped up this one. So my day 2 photo is a photo of the Santa suit that showed up on my couch one day when I came home from work. And it shouldn't have surprised me, but it did. And it was one of those really happy surprises because I didn't have a photo for day 2. And lo and behold, there laying on my couch was my day 2 photo. I say I shouldn't be surprised because my husband every year is Santa for our neighborhood Christmas party. So he has done this for probably, gosh, easily 5 years, I think. So like I said, it shouldn't have surprised me that this showed up on our couch, but it did. So that is my day 2 photo. And so I decided to make this like a really fun red and pink Santa kind of layout. So I pulled out a bunch of embellishments that I thought would go with this, like red and white. It kind of reminds me of a candy cane striped paper right there on the background. That is, I believe, was in my Cocoa Daisy Traveler's Notebook. But I'm just like going through my embellishments and pulling out everything that's Santa, everything that's pink, everything that's red. So I'm just trying to come up with a couple embellishment clusters here for this photo. And I know that I want to use that black ho 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 that comes from the Elles Studio collection, and which is kind of the reason that I use the black background paper on the back of that photo. And that just kind of helps it, first of all, pop a little bit from the background, because it really got lost in that background if it didn't have the black behind it. And then also it pulls in from the ho ho ho. So I know I'm going to go ahead and use that ornament. I really love that one. Again, it's from Elles Studio. Love, love, love that set. But that's going to be kind of be the base for this embellishment cluster. And I'm trying to cover up the hanger that Santa suit is on. So I'm trying to come up with little embellishments that will kind of disguise that and cover up that hanger a little bit. So I go with this ho ho ho, and then you'll see me at some point, that may have been it, actually realize that I've got ho 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 repeated. So I've got the black ho 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 kind of title for this page, plus I had the ho 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 stamp, and that was just too much ho 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 for me. So I went ahead and just took that off of this layout, and I put the Santa back up there. And then I've got that for Santa puffy Elles Studio sticker, and I went ahead and put that on there as well. I don't have small children at home. Actually, I don't have any children at home, so I don't know when else I would use that for Santa. So it was kind of the perfect addition up there, and it also added a little bit of texture. So I'm going to work on the bottom part of this cluster, and I do end up going with that tag right there. I think that works really well down there at the bottom, along with that stocking. And those kind of become the base for that ho ho ho. So you'll see me start to lay that down. You don't have to watch me take off that whole ho ho ho. So I'll cut right to the chase and show you what it looks like when it's done here in just a second. Those things are so hard to pull off of the backing. Yikes. Okay, so that's all done, and I'm going to go and try and figure out where I'm going to put my number 2. So I take this pink tag and decide that I'm going to put it right down there in the corner, and that's going to I'm going to put that heart on there. I go and pull a glittery 2 out of my stash, and that becomes my day 2 layout. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You got a little bit of everything. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you guys next time for day 3. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.